Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So that being said, today we are going to go ahead and get messages from the ancestors. So let's hop to it and find out, ancestors of highest light and love, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Ancestors of highest light and love, what are the messages that you have today for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? Oh, rolling. Okay, we almost lost that one through there, but we've got the third house. We have Aries energy, and we've got Mars. A lot of action-oriented energy here. It does feel like there's been a trigger somewhere along the way in regards to a family wound, whether that's a generational wound. This could also just be an early childhood wound that's coming out right now. Do you feel fear of abandonment or just sheer anger as well, like anger at the fact that no one was there for you when you needed them to be? And this is something that's coming through really strongly right now, but we do have this energy. It feels like maybe you had siblings that were liked better than you, or that were taken care of better than you, or you had cousins or other family members that were taken care of and you just felt like such an oddball out here. And so there's a lot of anger and bitterness that's coming through right here. And it's also the trigger is becoming apparent right now through other means, not necessarily through family, but through external situations. This could be other people that you're inviting into your life that are actually triggering you in this way. And they're helping you to deal with this on a much deeper level, because it's like when your family triggers you, you maybe go into a place of, you know, self-defense, or you always go into this place of like, I'm the one that was hurt. So it's like victim mindset and victim mentality, which is something that we do want to try to stay away from on the spiritual journey. It's something that we're learning that it becomes a toxic pattern when all we want to do is stay in this place of like, everyone else hurts me. And so it may just be a defense mechanism that's coming up to light here, where it's like if your family triggers you, that defense mechanism comes right up and it's almost like a subconscious response. But now there's an external trigger that's happening here that's helping you to actually deal with this internally. And you're recognizing there's a lot of anger that's coming to light here. There's a lot of upset energy that's coming to light, but it's this very anger that's actually going to give you fuel to step into a leadership position somewhere along the way. Your ancestors are really highlighting this on the reading here. It's like this is something that developed your thinking mind, your rational mind from early on, and this is something that is difficult to shed because it's become a part of your identity. And so now we want to show you that we're trying to help you get this trigger to your conscious mind so that you can face it. And it's coming through an external trigger right now that may not be even closely related to you in any one way, shape, or form. It could be a friend. It could be even a TV show, music that you're listening to. It could be just someone that you met on the street. But it does feel like there's a lot of anger here and a lot of want to blow off the top. But you're doing a good job because you're actually trying to work through it. Like it's giving you a perspective shift on this, that you're trying to really work through this. You're trying to really step in tune with your soul and not with the ego here. And so they do want to applaud you for that, and that this was actually something that was preordained to help you face this early childhood wounding here, which was something that was difficult for you to consciously bring into light because of the subconscious response to it. And sometimes that happens, right? Like sometimes we're just so autopilot. We don't actually know what it is that we're doing when it comes to our responses or reactions. And so the autopilot takes over and it's hard for us to bring those into our conscious awareness because it's a reaction, it's not a response. And so right now, because of the situation outside of you, there's a trigger here that has created an actual response instead of a reaction, because you're not trying to build up a wall. It does feel like it is in a safe environment. Maybe this is through your exploration here of the shadow work, of the shadow itself, or the inner child, but it does feel like there is something that's coming to light here that you're going to be facing, and it's going to help you step into a very powerful position in your life and helping others as well. We have the 11th house on the bottom here with friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. So this could be a friend that came into your life that triggered you and not knowingly. Like, it's not like they went out of their way and like, I'm going to trigger you and make you feel bad. It's just something that they did, or some way that they acted that triggered you. And so it does feel like that. Or it could be that they're also pointing out exactly what I was saying, is that you are going to become this leader in your friends group, where they're going to come to you for advice on certain situations if they're not already. House 9, yeah, there's spiritual growth coming in here. This is something that's helping you grow spiritually, which we definitely got from the energy from the dice. Like, ancestors are coming out very clear here. This is something that's taking you to the next level. We have Taurus energy with trust, patience, and sensuality. So they want you to trust this process and be patient with yourself too. There's no need to like force yourself to rush into something, or to feel like you have to be somewhere that you're not, or if you're not ready to get there yet. Like, just take your time and let it unfold the way that it's meant to, and you're going to be glad that you did. So let's get some, actually I haven't actually drawn from this deck today, so let's get some of these out. Okay, thank you. 2 came out right away. So let's see what we've got going on here. We've got magic works through you and turn knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, so you're the one that's becoming very, very powerful here. You're learning that this is very, very much giving you the tools that you need in order to show up in any situation in your life, and even going back and healing those childhood wounds with your family. So if the trigger should arise again in your family, you're actually going to start responding to that. That's going to be where you're going to put this into practice quite a bit, because you've already learned to respond to this in a situation that's outside of where you feel like you need to constantly protect yourself. You're like, no, hold on. This happened outside of where I feel like I need to protect myself. And so when I'm in a situation, I feel those walls going up, you're going to start knocking them down one by one. Yeah, seeing the big picture. Seeing now that this is helping you grow spiritually, and especially with 29 being 11. And 11 is a very spiritual number. It's a very big growth number that's coming through here that wants to be seen. Let's find out some of the shadow that's coming through with your reading today. Ancestors of highest light and love, what shadow aspects are coming out here? I want 3 of these. What shadow aspects are coming out here? What would you like to say? What shadow aspects are being made present here? Complicated, flipped over. We have lots of twists and turns, naughty situations, and precarious. Yeah. And with the rain, I don't know if you could see the rain in this. Yeah, there you go. This is showing it's not a very clear picture, right? Like, it's not, and we had see the big picture on the bottom here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this out. We had see the big picture here on the bottom. And it's like, this is something that when you're very close and emotionally involved, it's not something you can see clearly, right? It's not something that you're able to really, really handle at that, because you're so emotionally connected in. And so there's a lot of twists and turns here, but you're seeing the bigger picture here, being able to see clearly what's next. We've demanding, unrealistic expectations, high maintenance, and a diva. Yeah, so this could have been a very overbearing mother, narcissistic mother, someone who just demanded you give them everything that you had and never left you time or space for yourself. Or when other people talked to you or wanted to have time with you, like, they cut in because it was like no one could have time with you. And so just and that doesn't have to necessarily be a mother. It could be anyone that was acting like that. But with the diva on this energy, it could have very well been a overbearing mother or grandmother, like an auntie or even a sister here. Feminine energy. It could have been a feminine sign, which is earth signs or water sign as well, okay? And we have drowning. You're going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. So this to come out, it could have been a water sign with this to come out right after I said that as well. But I do feel like that's what it felt like all along. It's like every time you get triggered on this, it was just overwhelming and you didn't know where to go. You didn't know what to do. And your ancestors are giving you help here. And by giving you a trigger where you feel like you have the strength to protect yourself in a very clear way, in a responsive way, rather than just throwing out as a reaction as how you normally would have. We have undecided on the bottom, choosing between lovers competing for affection. So this absolutely confirms what I was saying. It does feel like there was someone here that was constantly competing for your affection, competing for your time, your energy, and wanted you always on their, wanted them to be always on your mind. And so letting this go is difficult, right? Because that's codependency at its finest. And so finding a way to free yourself from the codependency here is just taking time. That's why they want you to have trust in the process and the patience that they're bringing you spiritual growth here to help you step up into a leadership position where you're consciously aware of your own actions and you're showing up from a place of love and compassion for yourself, which allows you to show up in a space of love and compassion for the situation before you, whether that's removing yourself completely or saying your peace of mind as well, okay? So this is what I have for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little wolf emoji down below and say, I allow my ancestors to guide me to understanding the knowledge that I'm receiving so that I may take action on the wisdom that I've gained. And it would mean so much to me if this resonated with you, if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary to do so in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatterlove Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my guides, and our ancestors for coming in to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.